What is the nature of existence? What is the meaning of life? How can we know what is true? These are the questions that form the bedrock of philosophy. But where did all begin? We start our journey 2 millennia back, in the cradle of civilization, ancient Greece. This was the land where Western philosophy first took root, revealing a society that was not only culturally rich, but also intellectually profound. The ancient Greeks were not just warriors and artists. They were thinkers, individuals who contemplated the profound mysteries of existence and dared to question the world around them. This vibrant society was the birthplace of some of the greatest minds humanity has ever known. Individuals who dared to challenge conventional wisdom and seek answers to life's most profound questions. Among these intellectual titans was a man called Socrates, an enigmatic figure who, despite not leaving behind any written works, has significantly influenced the realm of philosophy. Is perhaps best known for his method of inquiry, the Socratic method, which emphasized the importance of questioning and critical thinking. This system invited individuals to scrutinize their beliefs and values carefully, encouraging a deeper comprehension of both the world and themselves. This method of probing self-examination and debate was not just a way of philosophizing, but a way of living. Following Socrates came his most famous student, Plato. Plato's philosophical contributions are vast and influential. His theory of forms postulated the idea that the physical world we observe and interact with is not the real world. Instead, he proposed that it is merely a shadow of the ideal, perfect forms that truly exist. This theory has been essential in shaping philosophical thought, affecting multiple fields from metaphysics to political theory. Then we have Aristotle, Plato's student, a man whose systematic approach to philosophy laid the foundation for the scientific method. His work in various fields like logic, ethics, politics, and metaphysics has left a deep and lasting impression on the philosophical landscape. Aristotle believed that understanding the nature of things could guide us towards leading virtuous and fulfilling lives. Each of these philosophers, in their own unique way, challenged the status quo, pushing the boundaries of human understanding. They embraced the beauty of questioning, the power of inquiry, and the pursuit of wisdom. Their ideas, their questions, their relentless pursuit of truth laid the foundation for the philosophical tradition we know today. As we journey through the history of philosophy, we carry with us the lessons and insights from these ancient thinkers, the pioneers of a discipline that continues to shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. Their ideas continue to inspire and challenge us, reminding us of the power of inquiry and the importance of seeking wisdom. Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, their names echo down the corridors of time, their legacies influencing centuries of philosophical thought. Even today, their ideas resonate with contemporary philosophers, shaping ongoing debates about truth, reality, ethics, and the nature of existence. Their philosophical tradition has not just survived, it has evolved, adapting to the changing times while maintaining its foundational principles. Thus, their legacy is not confined to the history books. It is alive in the ideas we ponder, the decisions we make, and the questions we continue to ask. Thus, in the cradle of Western civilization, the seeds of philosophical thought were sown. Their legacy continues to inspire and challenge us, reminding us of the power of inquiry and the importance of seeking wisdom. As we voyage onward in our exploration of the history of philosophy, we carry with us the lessons and insights from these ancient philosophers, the trailblazers of a discipline that continues to shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. As empires fell and religions rose, philosophy took a dramatic turn. This was the beginning of a new era, known as the Middle Ages, when the world was in transition, undergoing major upheavals and shifts. This time of flux, of change, of turbulence, set the stage for philosophy to serve as a conduit, as a bridge between the wisdom of the ancients and the burgeoning thoughts of emerging religions. This period characterized by a radical reshaping of the philosophical landscape, as the knowledge and wisdom of the Greco-Roman world began to intersect and intertwine with the teachings and doctrines of the emerging religions, most notably Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. This fusion, this melding and blending of ideas, of philosophies, of ideologies, led to the emergence of a new breed of philosophers. Philosophers who sought to reconcile, to find a middle ground between faith and reason, between the divine and the worldly. One such luminary, one such intellectual giant was Augustine of Hippo. Augustine was not just a philosopher, but also a theologian whose ideas, whose thoughts, whose teachings left an indelible, a lasting mark on Christianity. Augustine was deeply engaged with the concept of original sin, the belief that all humans are innately tainted, burdened by the original sin committed by Adam and Eve. He hypothesized, he proposed, he contended that this inherent flaw, this innate blemish, is what leads humans to sin, to commit wrongs, and only divine grace, only God's mercy can absolve us, can save us. Another towering figure of this era was Thomas Aquinas, a monumental figure in the world of medieval philosophy. Aquinas didn't just seek to coexist with the secular wisdom of Aristotle, but sought to marry, to integrate it with Christian teachings, creating a synthesis, a fusion that heavily influenced and shaped the intellectual tradition of the West. Aquinas put forth the argument that reason and faith are not opposing forces, they are not at odds. Rather, they complement, they support, they augment each other. He held the belief that the truth can be unraveled, can be discovered not just through divine revelation, but also through rational inquiry, through logical reasoning. And let's not overlook Maimonides, a philosopher of immense stature who left a lasting, enduring impact on Jewish thought. Maimonides endeavored, he strived, he labored to reconcile faith and reason, arguing, contending, declaring that they are not in conflict, not in contention, but are two roads, two paths leading to the same destination, truth. He firmly maintained, he strongly believed that it is only through the application, the utilization of reason that we can truly understand, truly appreciate, truly value the divine, the godly. These philosophers and many others braved the tumultuous, the stormy waters of the Middle Ages, finding innovative, inventive ways to reconcile, to integrate the ancient philosophical wisdom with the new, emerging religious ideas. Their groundbreaking work, their pioneering efforts laid the robust foundation for future philosophical thought, steering it, guiding it, directing it towards new, unexplored horizons. In these times of turbulence, philosophy emerged as a beacon, a lighthouse of wisdom and knowledge. It served as a source of consolation, of comfort, of solace. It provided a roadmap, a compass, a guide to make sense of a rapidly changing, rapidly evolving world. It offered insights, perspectives, viewpoints that are not just confined to that era, but continue to be relevant, continue to be significant, continue to be pertinent even in the present day. Their work laid the foundation for future philosophical thought, steering it towards new horizons. In these turbulent times, philosophy became a beacon of wisdom and a source of consolation. It offered a way to make sense of a rapidly changing world, providing guidance and insights that are still relevant today. With the dawn of the Renaissance, humanity witnessed a rebirth of philosophical thought. This era, stretching from the 14th to the 17th century, marked an extraordinary shift in humanity's perspective of the world. In the preceding Middle Ages, the divine and supernatural held sway, shaping the worldview of societies. The Renaissance, however, was a dramatic departure from this. It was a period that saw human-centric values come to the fore, pushing the divine to the periphery. The essence of the Renaissance lay in a return to humanity, a return to nature, a return to the exploration of the human mind, and a return to the natural. In the heart of this cultural revival, artistic revolution, political transformation, and economic resurgence was philosophical thought. It was a period of rebirth following the Middle Ages, and it was this very rebirth that led to the return of the study of humanity and nature. This, the epoch that set the stage for the emergence of many great thinkers. Among the constellation of luminous minds, few shone as brightly as René Descartes. René Descartes, often hailed as the father of modern philosophy, brought to the table a groundbreaking approach to thinking, a method of doubt. This was a way to question everything, a process of relentless interrogation, until undeniable truth was discovered. This was not just a philosophical method, but a way of existing. Descartes' famous declaration, "I think, therefore I am," was more than just a statement. It was an assertion of existence, a testament to the power of thought. His belief that his ability to doubt-think provided proof of his existence was a philosophy that resonated throughout the centuries that followed. However, the Renaissance was not an isolated period. Its wake, it gave rise to another epoch, the Enlightenment. The Enlightenment was an era that brought another shift in the philosophical lens, with thinkers like John Locke leading the way. John Locke, an influential Enlightenment thinker, was a champion of empiricism. His belief that all knowledge was derived experience from what we perceive with our senses was a radical departure from the philosophies of the past. He famously stated, "No man's knowledge here can go beyond his experience," emphasizing the critical role of observation and experience in comprehending the world around us. Immanuel Kant, one of the great luminaries of the Enlightenment era, provided a compelling counterpoint to both Descartes and Locke. Kant contended that while our experiences indeed shape our understanding of the world, there are inherent structures in human mind that influence how we perceive and interpret these experiences. His critique of pure reason was a seminal work, aiming to reconcile the seemingly opposing views of rationalism and empiricism. These periods, the Renaissance and the Enlightenment, were epochs of profound change. They brought a revolution in philosophy and society at large. Philosophers Descartes, Locke and Kant defied the status quo, presenting new ways of comprehending the world and our position within it. Their ideas furnished society with a fresh lens to view reality, impacting everything from science to politics, art, and even extending beyond. These eras brought a revolution not just in thought, but in how that thought was applied to the world and life as a whole. These philosophical shifts weren't just in abstract thought, they were a restructuring of the very framework of understanding the world. They changed the way people viewed reality, the way society functioned, and the way humanity perceived its own existence. This was an age of reason, an era where philosophy emerged as the cornerstone of understanding the world and our place within it. It was a time where man sought to make sense of the world around him, to comprehend the vast universe, and to find meaning in his own existence. The echoes of this revolutionary period can still be heard today, reverberating through the corridors of time. In this age of reason, philosophy provided a framework for understanding the world and our place in it. As we moved into the modern era, philosophy continued to evolve, grappling with new challenges and complexities, as it has always been its nature to do. It morphed and adapted to new ways of thinking, with fresh ideas and perspectives constantly being introduced. Each era witnessed an evolution of philosophy, with thinkers continually pushing the boundaries of human understanding and perception. The 19th and 20th centuries in particular saw the rise of several new philosophical movements, attempting to answer the burning questions of their time. A time of profound change, marked by an unprecedented acceleration of speed and the arrival of a new industrial society. At the heart of these movements were towering figures like Friedrich Nietzsche, William James, and Bertrand Russell. Each made significant contributions to the field, their intellectual prowess and innovative ideas shaping the philosophical landscape of their time and beyond. These philosophers were not only thinkers, but also interpreters of their era, using their philosophy to make sense of the world around them and offer insight into human existence and the nature of reality. Friedrich Nietzsche, a German philosopher, brought existentialism to the forefront of philosophical discourse. His philosophy was a challenge, a call to arms for individuals to rise above the herd mentality and to create their own values, rather than adhering to societal norms. His concept of the Übermensch or Superman was a profound statement of this belief. Nietzsche's philosophy, though often misinterpreted and controversial, remains a beacon for those seeking to assert their individuality and purpose in life. It continues to inspire thinkers and artists alike, offering a raw, unflinching exploration of human existence and the struggle for individual freedom. Across the Atlantic, William James, one of America's most influential philosophers, was making waves with his philosophy of pragmatism. James was a pioneer, a groundbreaking thinker who challenged traditional views of truth and knowledge. In his philosophy, James argued that the truth of an idea should be judged by its practical effects and consequences. If an idea works, then it is true. This pragmatism was a response to the turbulent times of the late 19th and early 20th centuries, offering a practical, grounded approach to understanding the world. It was a philosophy rooted in action and experience, urging us to engage with the world rather than passively observing it. Meanwhile, in Britain, Bertrand Russell was pioneering analytic philosophy, a movement that would profoundly shape the field in the years to come. Russell, a logician and mathematician as well as a philosopher, sought to apply the precision and clarity of mathematics to philosophical problems. His work on logical analysis aimed to break down complex ideas into their simplest components, making them easier to understand and discuss. Russell's work has had a profound influence on the way we approach philosophy, emphasizing clear, logical thinking. His ideas continue to resonate today, shedding light on the nuanced and complex nature of philosophical inquiry. In the face of modernity, philosophy offered new perspectives and solutions. Nietzsche's existentialism encouraged us to find our own meaning. James's pragmatism taught us to look for practical solutions. And Russell's analytical philosophy showed us the importance of clear, logical thinking. Each philosophy, in its own way, was a response to the challenges and questions of its time, offering unique insights and perspectives that continue to shape our understanding of the world. As we continue our journey through the history of philosophy, we'll see how these ideas have shaped the world we live in today and continue to influence our future. Our exploration of philosophy is far from over, for the field is vast and ever-evolving, with each generation offering new insights and perspectives that deepen our understanding of life and existence. In today's world, philosophy is as vibrant and diverse as it has ever been, broaching thought-provoking subjects such as artificial intelligence and environmental ethics. As we delve deeper into the realm of contemporary philosophy, we are introduced to a plethora of thinkers, each with their unique perspectives that shed light on our world and our role in it. Among the rich tapestry of influential figures, philosophers like John Rawls, Robert Nozick, and Peter Singer distinguish themselves with their groundbreaking and enduring ideas. John Rawls, for instance, revolutionized the philosophical discourse with his innovative theory of justice. He introduced a thought experiment where hypothetical individuals, shrouded in a veil of ignorance, are asked to design the rules of society without knowledge of their own social standing or personal characteristics. Rawls proposed that such a scenario would create a society where fairness is paramount because the rules would be devoid of bias. The fundamental principle was that the social contract would ensure justice for all, irrespective of the luck of the draw in birth circumstances. Shifting gears from Rawls's egalitarian worldview, Robert Nozick is a staunch advocate for libertarianism. He proposed the concept of a minimal state, a governance system that abstains from interfering in individual liberties, except to safeguard its citizens from harm. Nozick's perspective serves as a potent counter-argument to Rawls, underscoring the diversity of thought that characterizes contemporary philosophy. Peter, a utilitarian philosopher, boldly breached boundaries and shifted our focus to our moral obligations towards animals. He presented a persuasive argument stating that the demarcation between humans and non-human animals is arbitrary. Singer further contended that we have a moral imperative to minimize the suffering of all sentient beings. Singer's revolutionary ideas catalyzed a global movement for animal rights, encouraging us to reconsider our relationships with the natural world. The contributions of these philosophers, though just a fraction of the vast expanse of contemporary philosophical thought, have significantly influenced societal norms and behaviors. Contemporary philosophy does not stop at these topics. It delves into intriguing questions about the nature of consciousness, the ethical implications of genetic engineering, and the existential meaning of life in a world increasingly dominated by technological advances. This branch of philosophy is unafraid to grapple with the most pressing issues of our time. As our global society continues to evolve, the philosophical lens through which we view it becomes more nuanced. Indeed, the very nature of philosophy with its persistent questions and relentless pursuit of knowledge, ensures that it remains relevant. The range of and debates within contemporary philosophy serves as an intellectual compass, helping us navigate the complex world we live in. Philosophy continues to be a beacon of enlightenment, illuminating the path towards understanding the world and our place in it. It encourages critical thinking and fosters constructive dialogue, acting as a catalyst for societal evolution. The discipline evolves with the times, constantly adapting and growing to incorporate new ideas and perspectives. The philosopher's quest for truth and understanding remains a timeless pursuit, as relevant in the digital age as it was during the time of the great ancient philosophers. Amidst the ever-changing landscape of human thought, the field of philosophy remains steadfast, its focus unblurred by the passage of time or the advent of new technologies. It continues to invite us into the realm of introspection, daring us to question our assumptions and challenge our perceptions. With its enduring questions and its capacity for self-renewal, philosophy remains as vital in the 21st century as it was in the time of Socrates. From the ancient Greek agora to the modern lecture hall, philosophy has been a crucial part of our intellectual journey. This journey, as varied and profound as the human experience itself, has seen numerous pivotal moments of epiphany, exploration and evolution. It's as if we've embarked on an infinite odyssey through the corridors of time, carefully tracing and retracing the indelible footsteps of the greatest and most influential philosophers who ever graced our world. At the genesis of this journey stands the birth of philosophy, birthed in the vibrant cultures of ancient Greece. This was a civilization marked by their insatiable curiosity, their relentless questioning, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. This was where it all started, where the raw, untouched clay of philosophical thought was first molded and shaped. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, the celebrated triumvirate of classical philosophy, played an undeniable role in this molding. They defied the norms, challenged the established, and pushed us to question, to reason, to seek truth in the world around us. Their eternal words echoed through the halls of time, urging us to contemplate, to ruminate, and to understand. From the ashes of antiquity, we found ourselves venturing through the tapestries of the medieval period. There we discovered philosophers like Augustine and Aquinas, grappling with the grand task of reconciling faith with reason. Their efforts gave birth to a new era of scholastic philosophy, a rich period that offered profound insights into the intrinsic interplay between belief and intellect. Their work, as enlightening as it was groundbreaking, served to bridge the chasm between the ancient and modern worlds. It deftly preserved the wisdom of the past, ensuring it would not be lost to the relentless march of time. It also paved the way for future enlightenment, setting the stage for the intellectual revolutions to come. Our journey then took us the Renaissance and Enlightenment, twin epochs of radical transformation, groundbreaking thought, and intoxicating progress. Here, we encountered philosophers like Descartes and Kant, intellectual mavericks who revolutionized our understanding of knowledge and existence. They urged us to trust in our own rational capacities and to question the accepted truths of the day, pushing us to the very limits of our intellectual comfort zones. Next, we arrived at the modern era, a time of upheaval and transformation. Here we encountered thinkers like Nietzsche and Marx, who took on the mantle of challenging conventional wisdom. They redefined our understanding of morality, power, and society, spinning a complex of provocative ideas that continue to influence and inspire philosophical discourse today. This brought us to the doorstep of contemporary philosophy, an eclectic realm where diverse voices continue to push the boundaries of our understanding. Modern thinkers like Foucault and Butler question the nature of power, identity, and truth, offering fresh insights and encouraging us to re-evaluate our assumptions. They urge us to break free from traditional constraints, to explore new perspectives, and to embrace the unknown. As we continue to explore the mysteries of existence, truth, and morality, philosophy remains our most trusted companion, and the journey, as they say, is far from over. Our exploration of philosophy, like discipline itself, is an ongoing conversation, a quest for understanding that will continue to evolve as we venture into the unknown. With each passing era, with each new voice, with each novel idea, we find ourselves a little closer to the essence of what it means to be human, to exist, to think and to feel. And as we continue this journey, we carry with us the collective wisdom of those who came before, their insights serving as a guiding light, illuminating the path ahead. Our quest for knowledge, our pursuit of truth, our exploration of philosophy continues unabated, a testament to the enduring power of intellectual curiosity and the human spirit.